All right. Hello, everyone. How's it going today? Are you guys ready for today's topic? So before we get started, I want you to please let me know who's here. If you're joining me live, just say hi in the chat. And if you're watching the replay, just put hashtag replay for me in the comments. All right, so today we are talking about what it takes to have sustainable health. And we all know about the healthy habits that we need to have, like eating healthy, eating a nutrient dense diet, right? Getting movement, getting quality sleep, and things like that, right? But the key to getting healthy or staying healthy is really getting consistent with these habits. And that is really the key. It's um it's being consistent with these habits because we know these habits. We know these habits add up to a healthy lifestyle, being healthy, a healthy body, right? But it's really getting consistent with these habits that make it, that make your health sustainable, right? If you can learn how to make these lifestyle choices a habit, like a just like an automatic habit. So that is really the key to sustainable health, and that's what we're going to talk about today. Um, so, if I didn't make it clear, the key to sustainable health is consistency. That is the key. So let's get into it. Let's talk about it. I want to give you some tips that are going to help you have sustainable health. So first, I want to talk about what is consistency. So it means that we behave in a similar way on a regular basis. That's what it means in this scenario. So this means we need to have a similar pattern in the way that we do things for it to become part of our lifestyle. That's what I mean with consistency with health habits and things. Um, we need to kind of develop a similar pattern, a way that we do something, so then it's just automatic and it becomes a habit, right? And we don't have to really think about it too much. We just do it. That's what we want. And you can have the best laid out plan, but if you can't stay consistent with it, then it doesn't do much good, right? Like, I've had clients that they're like, well, I got a personal trainer or I got a nutritionist or whatever, and they gave me this plan, but I couldn't keep up with it. I tried to do it for a few months and I did, but it was just unsustainable. And so I fell off and I hear that a lot. And that is the problem with, when we have like diets and regimens and things that aren't personalized to us, or they don't consider our specific lifestyles, then we're trying to fit into that instead of it fitting into our lifestyle. And that's when it becomes kind of like we're just trying to fit it in to our lifestyle, but it doesn't really fit, right? It's like one size fits all. Does that make sense, you guys? um so you can have the best plan. You can have the perfect plan that's going to give you the results that you want, but if it doesn't fit your lifestyle, if for some reason you can't stay consistent with it, then it doesn't do any good, right? So I want to give you 4 tips that will help you get consistent with your health goal. Okay? So, my first tip is to make your health goal practical. And I know I've talked about this before, but it really is a key to um, to accomplishing whatever your goal is, right? It is to make it practical and not too unrealistic, right? I don't want you to set goals that you can only sustain for a short amount of time. And that's, what I just was talking about with like a plan that you may have bought from somebody, or some kind of diet that you've started following or something like that. If it's not if it doesn't consider your lifestyle and what you need, it's not personalized, then it doesn't do much good. Sorry, you guys, my dog is barking and it's distracting me. I hope you guys can't hear him. He's kind of loud. He's probably barking at the mailman or something. All right. Um, so, you know, you don't need to set goals that you can only sustain for a short amount of time, right? Um, whether whether it's a way of eating that's too restrictive, an exercise routine that you don't have time for, or it's a goal that's unrealistic for your lifestyle, like at the moment, um, then you know, it's not gonna do much good if you're setting these goals that just aren't practical, right? So instead, I want you to set a goal that you can achieve for the rest of your life. Like even when things are super busy, or things are just unstable in your life and things like that, what is a goal that you can set that you can do most of the time, right? So think about that when you are saying you want this goal, and or saying I want to achieve this, or get this um healthy habit down or whatever. Keep that in mind. And it doesn't mean that like your ultimate goal can't be achieved, but it's better to make like a more practical goal to get to that bigger goal, right? And you have to consider your lifestyle. You have to consider, do you have the time? Do you have the patience? Do like if your kids are young and small, are you really, I mean, I'm not, whatever you want to achieve, you can do. It's just that you have to take into consideration things like kids, how demanding your job is, and things like that. How realistic is your goal at this moment in your life? Because maybe it's not realistic now, but maybe in a few years it will be, or maybe, um, next year, or in a slower time of the year, maybe you can work on that goal, but maybe right now it's too busy. So just consider those things. It doesn't mean that you can't achieve your goal ever. Just consider these lifestyle things. Do you have enough time? Do you have enough patience? Do you know are you mentally capable right now? uh, a lot of things you need to consider before you make this big goal, right? So make sure your health goals are practical. So my second tip is to have a meaningful reason why you want to achieve the goal. Um, and it could be that you want to be able to play with your kids or your grandkids like on the floor and be able to get up, or maybe you want to heal a health issue. A lot of us want to, we've been diagnosed with something. We have some kind of health issue that want to heal because we're tired of taking medication, or we don't want to have to take medication. Um, or, maybe you just want to feel better in your clothes. A lot of people, this is why they want to get healthier. They just want to feel better. They just want to have more energy. They want to feel good in their clothes. And all reasons are great. They are all great reasons as long as they're meaningful to you. You know, I don't want you to make goals based on, well, my husband wants me to get healthy. Well, but is that meaningful to you? That's the most important thing, because if it doesn't have a lot of meaning for you, then you're not going to stick with it. You're going to burn out. You're going to, quit. So think about that. Why do you want this? Is it something you want, or is it something someone else wants for you? Consider that, and really have a good reason for for your health goal. Okay, because that's going to take you so much further. Um, so figure out why achieving your goal means so much to you, and remind yourself of this reason often. That's going to help you. That's going to help you stick with it, and remember why you want this. And it'll help you stay consistent. It'll help you stay more consistent with your health goal. Okay, my third tip is to habit stack. Have y'all heard of habit stacking? Let me know. So I first learned of habit stacking from the book Atomic Habits. And if you guys haven't read that book, it's a great book for learning how to have habits stick. How to. It was the book that really helped me with my healthy habits and things like that. So that's where I first learned about health stacking, or habit stacking, I'm sorry. And and it's one of the tips that helped me when I was working on my habits. So habit stacking is just pairing your new habit with one that you are already consistent with, right? So this tricks your mind into making your new goal an automatic routine. That's what it does for your mind. It tricks your mind into making it a routine habit, right? So it could be that you do calf raises when you brush your teeth, just starting with a little bit of movement in the morning, trying to build a little muscle because you know that that's something that you need to do. You could start with something as simple as that to help make movement or muscle building a habit. Just do it while you brush your teeth. um, I used to do like some kind of movement when I was waiting on my coffee to brew. I still do a lot of times. Um, but I'll do squats. I'll do, side to side, walking, something like that. I'll try to move while it's brewing instead of just standing there waiting on it. So you could do that too. You could pick up a new healthy food, like set a goal to pick up a new healthy food every time you go grocery shopping. Or, if you do like you're ordering like a pickup, or you have it delivered, you could just say, okay, every time I do some grocery shopping, I'm going to pick up one new healthy food to try, you know, and that could become fun, but at the same time a habit, and it kind of introduces you to new foods that maybe you'll like, some maybe you won't. um but that's something you could try. Or before you reach for your phone in the morning, you could take a minute or two to do some deep breathing, like before you touch your phone. So when you wake up in the morning, you could do some deep breathing before you get out of bed, and that kind of wakes you up and wakes your body up. It's really good. Deep breathing is really good for your stress and everything. Do that before you pick up your phone in the morning, and that will become a habit because you're stacking one habit on another. So it's tricking your brain, like, okay, I'm going to wake up, do some deep breathing, and then pick up my phone. So that will become your new habit instead of waking up and just picking up your phone. So try pairing these habits, these healthy habits, with something that you already do, something that is like an automatic habit that you do, like brushing your teeth, making coffee, you know, picking up your phone in the morning, stuff like that. Pair your these habits that you want with automatic habits. That is habit stacking. So pairing your new goal with something you already do consistently will help you make the new goal, a routine part of your day. So that's what habit stacking does. Um, so let me know if those made sense. And my last tip I have is don't strive for perfection with your new goal. We don't want perfection, and I'm going to explain why. So, when I'm first starting out with a new goal, I like to give myself a little wiggle room. I always give myself a little wiggle room. I never plan to do something 100% because um, that really, we can't do it 100%. I mean, it's rare that we can do something 100%, right? And so you don't want to start feeling bad about yourself if you can't do it 100%. So give yourself some wiggle room with that. Don't try to be perfect at, especially at a new goal, right? Um, because life happens and things come up and we can't always do it, and we don't want to have no leeway where we're like, oh my gosh, I can't do my goal today, and so I might as well just quit, right? So there's been times when I've had a sick child that I have to wake up in the middle of the night, take care of that sick child, and then I can't get up in the morning and do my normal workout if I'm sleep deprived, right? Or if I'm taking care of my sick child, or if I get sick, Um, sometimes things come up that, I can't, like, I plan to make a healthy dinner, but something comes up and I don't have time, you know? So I have to give myself a little wiggle room so that I don't end up, you know, feeling bad when occasionally I can't do the healthy habit, right? So that's what I mean. Don't strive for perfection with your new goal. Um, so I feel like if I can do my new goal 90%, then I'm happy with that. Like, that is excellent. 90%, that's great. Um, and don't look at it as a failure if you miss one workout or if you eat a splurge meal when you didn't plan to. Um, Allow yourself some wiggle room, and you're much less likely to quit if you do. And that's why I say don't try to be perfect with it. Just try to do it like 90%, because when life happens, you know, you're not always going to be able to do these habits. You're not always going to be able to do this. And so I don't want you to quit just because you can't be perfect at it. So I hope that makes sense. All right. So what do you guys think? What do you think about my habits? Or do you think these tips will help you stay consistent with your new health goal, like whatever health goal that you made this year? Or um, if you're having trouble with it, it's the end of January. Like, are you having trouble staying consistent with it? Do you feel like one of these tips will help you get more consistent with it? Do you feel like that your goal was a realistic goal, or do you kind of need to tweak it a little bit to make it more realistic, more practical? Um, Let me know. And you guys, I would just love to hear your thoughts. I would love to know if you have any other questions about what we talked about today, you can leave them in the comments if you do have any more questions about these tips or about, what you're going through. I would love to know. You can either leave a comment or you can DM me. We can talk about it one-on-one, like personally in the DMs if you want. Um, but I hope this helps you guys, and I hope you enjoy the rest of your day. And I will see you next Tuesday. All right, guys, have a good one. Bye.